What's going on, guys? It's Chris the Dev Tech here. I want to talk about the video. So the suspect pulls up to the victim's house, gets out of a truck, starts talking to them, get into a verbal dispute. They tell the suspect he needs to leave. He's trespassing multiple times. The suspect goes to his truck, as you saw in the video. He opens up the driver's side door, pulls out an AR-15, turns around, walks towards the victims, and then he fires a round into the air. The moment that the AR-15 was brought out, the moment the AR-15 was brandished, at that point, the victim or victims who were in the driveway in the garage would have been justified in using deadly force immediately, but they didn't. He fired a warning shot, then he made a verbal threat, and then he pointed the rifle at him when he made the verbal threat, saying he'll put one in his head. Throughout that whole encounter, once the AR-15 was visible, in that moment, they would have been justified in putting rounds on target. Now, when you ask yourself why that didn't happen, the main reason is lack of training. Everyone wants to own a gun, but no one wants to invest money into training. Just because you have the gun doesn't mean you're responsible. Just because you have the gun doesn't mean you train. Just because you took your fucking bullshit ass concealed class doesn't mean you know how to handle violent encounters. The reality is, when the sympathetic system gets activated, it's responsible for flight and freeze, right? It's your body's responding to a critical incident. Your body's responding to a threat. In that moment, we get to see, right, what kind of training you've done. Because when shit hits the fan, you respond based on your level of training. And in that moment, he didn't do shit. And he is very lucky, right? So by default, you can say he made the right choice not to engage him. But the reality is he should have engaged him. The reality is, had he been properly trained, had he been consistently training, right? Had he been exposed to stress-induced training, critical decision-making, right? Being able to cognitively process these things in the moment of stress. Immediately when that guy reached into that car, had it been me, I would have been already on it. Hands on, boom. I see the stock of the rifle coming out. I'm already up. By the time he turns around, I'm already on him. If I choose to, I give verbal commands. But at that moment, your intent is very clear. You're not there to fucking pass out milk and cookies, bro. So once that rifle is visible, that's it. That's an easy bill drill. 6 rounds on target, the man goes down. If he decides to continue his behavior, I keep giving him rounds. Some of you guys don't get it, right? And I keep doing this because people don't freaking train. And these victims are very lucky, because had that old man, the suspect, decide to push it, they would have been dead, both of them. Had he decided to go on a rampage and go into the household, everyone else would have been dead. You have a freaking small-ass baby Ruger, and what do you expect to do with that? Guys, part of being a responsible firearms owner is not only just training, but it's also ensuring that you are properly equipped. You make a well-informed decision with the purchase of your firearm. Stop buying shit simply because it's cheap and because it's very small. In this incident, he would have had, 6 rounds? If that old man decided to push it, it would have been a wrap for him. Some of you guys may think, I'm a jerk, but the reality is I care about you, right? Whether I know you or not, I want you to survive. I want your fucking family to survive, and I want you to go home to your family. If your family's not worth the investment, then don't fucking carry. Why do you own a gun? Most people own it because they want to protect themselves, more importantly, their families. So you should be making the proper investment to make sure that you, as the protector of the household, can actually fucking protect. Majority of you guys can't protect. And how do you say that you're a protector as a man and you don't have the hard skills necessary? That's a problem. How would you feel if your family's life is on the line, and because you didn't do shit, you responded like shit, and now your family's going through tragedy simply because you were too ego-driven and didn't bother making the proper investment? How do you think your wife or your loved one's gonna feel? That you, as the protector, you fucking failed? Do you think you're gonna have a family after that? So why put your family through that? Start investing, start training. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll respond.